And finally, in the main event, we got Rob Font versus Cody No Love Garbrandt. So this is two bantamweights facing off to line themselves up to be the next contender. What you think?
I think, straight to the point, I would say that, I'll be straight up, I think Rob Font will take this fight.
By knockout? By decision?
I think by knockout. I don't see this fight ending either way. Like, if Cody wins or Rob wins, I don't see this fight going the distance. So I would say by TKO, Rob Font will win.
True. Because, Font, well, both guys are boxers. Both guys have pretty good power. I would actually give the power advantage to Cody. But Font is so much bigger, so much longer. His jab is crazy tough. Like, dude, he throws it with so much power.
He destroyed
it sat people down. Moraes sat Moraes down. It sat Ricky Simone down once.
Yeah.
It just has so much power. And that kind of leads his dance. And he should try to land that as soon as possible. Cody's going to be moving, though. I think he's going to follow kind of what he did against Rafael, where he's going to kind of, kind of bounce around, kind of stay on the edge, But I don't know. I think obviously it comes down to what it's always come down to. What kind of Cody are we going to see? Are we going to see the one that faced TJ the first time? Are we going to see the Cody we saw against Dominic, against Assunção? Because I think that does play a big factor. Cody, when he's on it, he's on it. He looks like the best bantamweight in the world. Yeah. And when he's, not on it, I mean, we've seen the result of that. He can get knocked out. He can get too emotional. But, I mean, if he can keep it all together, which I feel like he might not be able to, because Font's a good boxer, but he gets really sloppy, and sometimes his fights get chaotic. And I think that's a terrible formula for Cody to get drawn into something like that. Yeah. And he's going to have to cut Cody off, because Cody's going to be, when I say he's going to be moving, bro, he's going to be moving. Yeah. Like, he's going to be dancing around the cage. And Font does have to be careful. He throws a combination that gets him countered a lot when he throws a 1-2-3, or when he throws the uppercut, which he loves to throw. He's gotten clipped twice. He got clipped against Simone, who's not even a striker. Yeah. And he got clipped against Moraes too before he finished him. And so, yeah. So, that's pretty interesting, because Font's good, man. I think he's underrated. He's actually ranked higher than Cody. Yeah. Yet I think Cody right now is the favorite. But I still think Cody wins, because, like I said, he's going to move, and I think he's going to be on it. I think he's going to move around the cage. He's going to take the outside. He's going to let Font come forward. I think Font's going to get very frustrated. From what I've seen in his fights, I don't think he's going to be able to cut the cage off. I don't think he has that footwork. And he's a little heavier, Cody's a little more, bouncy, Yeah. And so,
I mean, I think, I do get your points, right? Bro, but no, cause
you said, but no. He's gonna be faster too. Cody's gonna be faster.
Yeah, I agree. Cody's gonna have that bounce to him. He's gonna be fast, but he does have to cover that distance from the jab. That I think if Rob initiates that early, then that reach advantage kind of comes into play, right? And so Cody has to cover that distance. And I think if he tries to cover that distance fast, I think he could get countered. I do agree with you that if it gets into like a brawl situation, that's really bad for Cody, because his 3 losses have come in that manner. Yeah. The 2 against TJ and the one against Pedro. He got into that situation and he just got messed up.
Yeah, for sure.
So I think he can get into that situation. But I do think he's like an emotional fighter. So sure. He might get into that situation. And if he does, I don't know, because I think Rob doesn't really get into brawls like that, does he?
I disagree. I think against Simone, who's a wrestler, he looked to exchange a lot of times. And I think even with Moraes, he got clipped before he clipped Moraes. His fights get dirty. And I think that could draw Cody in, but I feel like he's matured enough. Bro, I looked up his age. I think he's only 29, man. That's crazy. That's like when I found out Max Holloway was 29. It's like, how are these guys so good so fast? And then, they might not even be in their primes because they're so young. Yeah. No, Cody Garbrandt. He's 29 years old. Yeah, so
yeah, he's young.
He's super young, and that's why I think when he talks about maturing and stuff like that, I don't think he's lying, man. You know, because that's just natural with life. As you age, you get more mature, you learn more. And I think the biggest thing, I don't know if you remember against Sun Sao. No, yeah, against Sun Sao, he was kicking his leg, and he was doing that weird Tony Ferguson kick, where he kind of goes down, tries to sweep the leg like he's Cobra Kai. Like I think he's gonna do that. I think he's gonna chop that lead leg of Rob because it's pretty exposed in the way he stands. And then I think Rob, this is the simulation in my brain, by the way. I think Rob's gonna be hurt, like, well, not hurt. His leg's gonna be bothering him, and then he's gonna want to try to close the distance. I don't think Cody's gonna be the one closing the distance. Like I said, he's just gonna be bouncing around on the outside, waiting for Font to come in. And when Font comes in, overextending, I think the speed of Cody and the power is gonna clip him, and I think Cody wins this by TKO because Font's never been finished.
Yeah,
but I think.
You think Cody's the one to finish him?
I think Cody's the one to finish him. It's just a chaotic combination of everything, right? Because we know Font can finish. Font's power can finish Garbrandt. You know, we've seen less power finish him. But I think this is the chaotic combination that can finish Rob Font. The speed and the power, you know?
That's true. But I think that when Rob fought Ricky Simone, no one really expected him to go for that takedown in the beginning of the fight.
Who? Rob Font?
Rob Font,
okay.
Yeah. He took him down. Yeah.
It lasted like maybe 10 seconds, didn't it?
Yeah, but like for these judges,
that's not a takedown.
for these judges, man, it's like 4 minutes, bro.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure he lost that first round, didn't he?
I don't think so.
I remember. I don't remember it that well, but I thought he lost that round because he ends up getting taken down that round, no? And he gets kept there for a little bit. Is that not the round? Or is that not even the fight?
It was in that fight, but I don't remember which round it was. But that jab was picking Ricky Simone apart.
Yeah, yeah. But the biggest thing is I don't think it's gonna land. Like if it does Cody? Land, oh my gosh, I think it could actually hurt Cody, man.
That's true.
But I don't think it's gonna land. I think the movement's gonna be too good. Like I said, I think this fight, Cody's fight that he's gonna fight, is gonna mirror the game plan he had against Rafael Sansao. And like he was kind of dancing
like in patient Cody.
Yes, yeah, like he was like super patient that fight, and you know he landed less strikes, but I mean in the first round he landed the better strikes in my opinion, and he sat him down, you know, and I think the same. I think it might just play almost exactly the same. You know, he was kicking Rafael's foot, he's gonna kick Font's foot, his lead foot, I mean, and then he's gonna come in and he's gonna get caught, I think. But
I mean, I think there's a lot of variables.
Yeah, there's too many variables, if I'm honest.
Yeah, I mean, like this was a close one for me. I decided to take the chance on Rob because there is a very good chance that he could take this to the ground if he could cover the distance, I think.
Bro, you know Cody was a wrestler back in the day, right?
Yeah, but
you know he's pretty good.
Heavier though.
I don't think he's gonna even be able to grab him, man.
You don't think so?
Nah. If Dominic couldn't take Cody down, I don't think anybody can take Cody down.
Bro, but Dominic was getting pieced on the feet though.
Yeah.
So I mean, like, I don't know, and his style was weird too. I mean, I think Rob is probably a little more crisp on the feet, you know. And so I think it could go either way. I think, but I believe Rob is a little more unpredictable in what he's gonna bring to that match. So I think that unpredictability is probably gonna win him that match.
True. It'd be interesting. It's gonna be really interesting. I think. You know, two guys that can really, really shut it out for each other. So it's gonna be interesting. I will admit, I'm a little. I don't think I'm biased because I really try to look at this fight, you know, without my favoritism.
Yeah.
But I am a fan of Cody, and I do think he'll bounce back. You know, his 3 losses are against pretty good competition. I think he was winning that fight against Pedro before he decided to kamikaze.
Yeah.
And end his night early, but. I don't know. I think he's just too good. It's still getting better. Font is really good. I think people have always been sleeping on him, and unfortunately, I'm gonna have to sleep on him this fight. but he's for real. But I just don't think it'll be enough. But so we disagree on that pick. I got Garbrandt by TKO.
I got Rob Font by TKO because I think, like in the Ascensel fight, Cody's emotions will get in the way. And
In the Sun South fight? Where?
what do you mean?
In the Sun South fight?
Yeah, that's when they started brawling.
No,
Right?
that's the Pedro Munez fight. I was okay. I know what you
okay,
meant then.
my bad,
Yeah,
my bad.
I was like,
Erase
what are you
that.
talking about?
Yeah. Okay, in the
We'll cut
Pedro
that
in
out.
the Pedro. Okay, in the Pedro fight, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think his emotions got in the way then, and I think it'll get in his way now.
Okay.
So I got Rob Font by TKO.
All right. So we're gonna find out. I feel like someone's gonna get finished no matter what. I think you agree.
For sure.
And yeah, we're gonna have to see. It's gonna be fireworks for sure. Either we're gonna see Cody Garbrandt maybe make his way back to the title, or we're gonna see a new face at the bantamweight, at the top of the bantamweight division. And all right, Jeffrey was over here throwing gang signs.
Nah.
And
That'd be 5-3, man.
Yeah.
Let me get these
Okay.
picks right.
Yeah. Okay. You said that last week too. And yeah. So it'll be interesting to see. And it's gonna be a good fight. You know, if don't forget to tune in. It's gonna be a great fight. And yeah,
We'll
it's gonna
see.
be a good one. We'll see. All right, guys. Those were our picks. Just to recap, Edmund Shabazian versus Jack Hermanson. I have Shabazian by TKO.
I have Shabazian by TKO as well.
Yep. For Felicia Spencer versus Norma Dumont, I got Spencer by submission.
I had Norma Dumont by decision.
All right. And then on the Yan Shunan versus Carla Esparza, I got Yan by decision.
Yeah, I also have Jan by decision.
And in the main event, Cody Garbrandt versus Rob Font, I have Cody Garbrandt by TKO.
I have Rob Font by TKO.
Yep. So we got two same, two different. So it's going to be an interesting night for our picks. Just to recap, I had an off night last week, and I am currently 0-4 in my picks, but don't worry, I'm going to turn that around.
I also had an off night, but not as bad as him. But
Okay.
but I only got one right, but I got 3 wrong. So current record's 1-3. But yeah, we were hoping to turn that around. Well, I'm hoping to turn that around.
Thankfully, there's a lot of good fights coming up, but yeah, that's going to be it for today. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and leave a comment below. Leave a comment down below which fight you're looking forward to the most and who you got. Do you agree, disagree? What are your points? Let us know. Pick a fight with us. Let's go.